We do have a bit of news, actually. We have an exciting bit of news. This was news that came out of nowhere this week and highly piqued my not my curiosity.
Interest?
Yeah, my interest. I wasn't curious. I knew I was in. Like I was ready to jump.
You must. It stoked your passions.
Yes. It piqued my passion. Which sounds a bit dirty.
Yeah, I said stoked, not peaked. You made it worse.
Piqued my passion. So no, we're getting a new Birds of Prey book. But more notably, a writer from Marvel that we have been asking to jump ship to DC for literally years. And you know what? Tom Taylor, it happened with him quite quick, where we wanted Tom Taylor to jump ship, and it happened.
It felt like a while at the time, but
it wasn't really.
It's not really that
technically, he was already doing Injustice, so he wasn't like completely not in DC, but like it was out of the realm of anything we were looking at. So Kelly Thompson is finally coming to DC Comics, and she is going to be writing a new Birds of Prey book, which is super cool.
I remember it being someone I liked on art as well.
Yeah, Leonardo Romero is the artist.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff that they've been working on. It looks good.
Yeah. Really cool. So, and we've got like a new lineup as well. It's a unique lineup where only one of the original Birds is on the team and is the leader of the team. And Kelly Thompson sort of revealed a member each day. So I'll try and do it in the order she revealed it, just from memory. But so Black Canary is the leader of the team. Yes. She's there. And then she was revealed Cassandra Cain, and I went, oh, that's an interesting little addition.
It's interesting because I think, obviously, okay, you've already said there was only one of the original members, so I'm not spoiling anything now by saying Babs isn't here.
Yeah.
I think this is an interesting, like, replacement, like Batgirl for Batgirl, almost.
Yeah, but when Babs, I mean, obviously...
It was as Oracle, yes.
Yeah, not including some of the newer teams where she was Batgirl again. Like, she was never, like, out there actively fighting with the team, so this does feel different to me, having Cass there.
Yeah, but I think it's notably, like, kind of like the same, like, family-style replacement.
Yeah. But then things got really weird with number 3, which was Big Barda. I'm like, okay, all right.
That was the bit where I went, okay, I think I'm into this. Like, I mean, as if I wasn't by the team anyway, but just like in terms of the lineup.
Yeah, it was like, now we're doing something different. We're not just doing the same old thing. And then 4 was Zealot from the Wildcat stuff, which, like, I dropped off that book even though there was some fun stuff to be had in it because it was too much to like get to know all these characters. Having just one of these characters on a team of people that I know is a lot more appealing. It's a lot more enticing to get to know them that way.
It's not like a positive or a negative to have her here specifically.
No.
But it's more like one of those, okay, I'm not familiar, but having one of these characters bouncing off all the other characters I do know might make her, more interesting, memorable, easier to get a hold of as a character.
Yeah. And then the last member was Harley Quinn, which bizarrely, because of that damn movie that came out, like, she's kind of associated with Birds of Prey now, even though she wasn't originally in the comics.
The way Kelly Thompson was talking about it, though, because like she was tweeting, obviously, with these reveals, like, yeah, we knew this one was going to be divisive.
Well, I think the phrase she used was wild card, which made me think she's the Charlie Day of the team, but,
Yes. I don't know if that was a not intentional choice. And I don't know if this was an editorial mandated thing, as you have to have Harley on this team. But also, I can see Kelly Thompson wanting Harley, right? It's her sort of character. And like I say, throwing a wild card with the rest of that team.
Look, I love Dinah. I love Cass. I quite like Barda. So, I mean, 3 out of 5, just heavily in the positive, is like enough to like get... And Kelly Thompson made me enjoy a Rogan Gambit book. And I hate Gambit.
Yeah, Gambit's a boring bastard.
So, I mean, like, even if I don't end up loving Zealot, and even if I'm never sold on Harley's inclusion, which I think I will be, to be honest, because I don't hate Harley. I think Harley's perfectly fine in lots of circumstances.
If you hated Harley, you wouldn't love Harleen.
Yeah, Harleen's fantastic. It's all just about the approach. And I think Kelly Thompson's typical sense of humor and the way she writes characters, I think, will work well here.
Yeah, I think this will be more the quote-unquote traditional approach to Harley Quinn in the current inclusion of her style. But I expect Thompson to do it well.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about Taylor earlier, but like, Harley was on his Suicide Squad, and she was never a problem there. Like, she was a fine, quirky character in the team with some funny lines. I can see this being kind of this is neat. Obviously, I hope it's a door for more Kelly Thompson books at DC, but we have to start with one, and this is a pretty strong lineup to start with.
Also, I haven't seen this confirmed by Thompson or anywhere else, but I have seen people saying this is actually a rotating roster. So there'll be some of these will be leaving and others will be coming in as the book goes on.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what to speculate on that really, other than just I expect Black Canary will be the one who never leaves because she's the one in charge. But
yeah,
that's curious. Obviously, like she's been I think she's still been doing Captain Marvel at Marvel, but like I think
it's just about wrapped up. Or maybe it's still going. But it definitely got to the 50s.
Yeah, but a lot of her other books, like recently that I enjoyed. I mean, there were a couple of years ago now, but her Kate Bishop was great, but lasted only a few trades. And then West Coast Avengers was great, but only lasted 10 issues.
Oh man,
it kind of felt like they kept cancelling her stuff too early.
We're going to get a new Jeff the Landshark.
It'll be Frank the air turtle or something. I don't know.
Sold.
The Sky Turtle. Frank the Sky Turtle. There you go.
I'm in for it. I really enjoyed Kelly Thompson's Black Widow book.
Oh yeah.
It was essentially not too far off it being a kind of Birds of Prey book in its own right.
I don't think that lasted that long either, did it?
No, it was like 2 trades. Just, God damn it. DC, you better not screw this up. Give it at least 18 issues, minimum.
Yeah. I like 30. 30 is an omnibus size.
Look, I want a minimum of 3 trades. Minimum. But, yeah, I'm really excited for this. It's probably one of the most exciting announcements that DC have done in a while. And they've had some pretty good announcements.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit better about Batgirl's ending. That not just because Cass will have a home to go to, but it's kind of, like once upon a time, I'd have said Kelly Thompson would be like my perfect pick for a Batgirl book. So having her on this is kind of like, close enough.
Next best thing, yeah.
So hopefully this leads to more work with her at DC. And to be fair, most of the writers that I've wanted for Marvel that have came over have worked out quite well. I think obviously Taylor has been killing it with Nightwing, and we've loved some of his other stuff, Deceased and things like that. I think Tamaki had a really great run in Detective and an enjoyable period on Wonder Woman. And I hope she keeps getting more DC work as well.
Seems to shame whatever happened with the Green Lantern stuff behind the scenes with that.
Yeah. And then, a G. Willow Wilson's Wonder Woman wasn't as amazing as I think we all hoped it might be, but I hope they keep trying with her as well, because she was another great grab from the Marvel side of things. And I didn't know Kelly Sue that well, but she was also kind of a grab from Marvel, and her Aquaman was great.
I mean, lower on the scale, but Alyssa Wong doing the Spirit World book, it's another Marvel grab.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know who that was, so...
she's been doing the Afra book for years. And amongst other things, but that's what I've been reading for a while.
But yeah, so this was delightful news this week. And now, now I think one of the best writers currently doing mainstream comics can do some stuff at DC now. It's just a nice turn of events that I didn't necessarily see coming anytime soon. So yeah. Although it does make sense when you stop and think about all of her books, other than Captain Marvel being like ending quite soon over the last 5 years at Marvel. It makes sense why she would maybe be more tempted to go and jump ship to somewhere else.
Do you know, you mentioned a Captain Marvel, so I'm thinking as well. There was that period, I don't know if you were still reading it, in the kind of the other dimension sort of section.
I don't think I got too far into her Captain Marvel. I think I read the first 2 trades worth, which I think started off with her going into another dimension.
Yeah, I don't know where it was. I read 40 issues of that run, so I don't remember where it was. Yeah, it was kind of another dimension. It was kind of like a time bubble thing. But she kind of formed a team in there as well with I think Echo was on it and a couple others.
I remember this. Yeah.
That was kind of a very, again, Birds of Prey-esque sort of setup.
She's been training. She's been training
She's
for
had a
this.
couple of practice runs. Yeah.
That's cool. So that is September 5th.
That makes sense.